All right, guys. So thanks for hopping on tonight. We're going to get started. I'm going to mute everybody for now. And if you have a question or something, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Or if you are able to type it into the chat box below, go for it. So people that are on phones wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think. So just go ahead and unmute yourself and you can ask. But first, I just want to remind everybody, because we do have new people that have joined our team within the last few weeks, of a few important things, like when you first join the team. And it's in whatever aspect you join the team as, like, because you can be a coach in many different ways. But number one, which is super, super duper important, log into your account and go into the coach tab and then coach online office and then my business. And maybe I can ask Kyla to type this up and put it in the chat box, and then later I'll copy it into the team page. But you want to make sure your EFT management is changed from a mail check to direct deposit. I just like to tell everybody that off the bat, because I know the first few weeks I got checks that in the mail, and I got money taken out of them because they mailed them. So they take money off for sending you a physical check in the mail. So you want to go in and do that. Plus, you don't actually get the checks for probably like another 2 to 3 weeks after it's posted to your online office, if you get it in the mail. But if you get it direct deposited, you get it every Thursday. So, I mean, everybody wants it right away, right? So change your EFT management to that direct deposit. Okay, then something else I just like to make everybody aware of that's new is you should be a part of our team page. So if you're on the call, you are on the team page because you got the link. If you bring new coaches on, whatever aspect they are, you can always feel free to invite them to our team page, because it's just a good resource for them to be able to, find out about live events. They maybe want to attend with us and do a live workout, see guest speakers. They just get into seeing what our next challenge, our next coaching challenge group might be. I would like to put one together for Country Heat, but I don't know who's going to want to do that. And I know next month we're going to do a coaching challenge group for August on Insanity Max 30. So you'll find out good information like that too, not just business stuff. And we love each other on there, and it's just a great place to be. If you are selling a product, I ask everybody, regardless of in what aspect, if you're just referring friends to, join you in your coaches challenge group, and referring them to do the 21-day fix with you or Country Heat or whatever, but you're making a commission, I do ask you if you would try to set up a phone call with the coach you signed with or their coach that they signed with. Just like a quick 20-minute phone call, video call, just so they can kind of get you squared away. Because when you start selling stuff, even if you don't intend to do anything with the business, you never know what's going to come up. And it's just good to have a few little pointers right off the bat from your coaches. So I know everybody that is on the call now and that is going to be listening is interested in making an income of sorts and helping others. So the number one way I recommend to actually do that is very simple and easy, because the company laid it out for us. You only have to do 4 things. 4 simple things. You have to, number one, do some personal development. And you're probably like, what is that? I don't need like self-help mental stuff. But it's like you probably already do it if you read a book or, you surf Pinterest for quotes, like motivational stuff, things like that. You're in a challenge group and you're posting motivation. Like that's your personal development. We take it a one step further and we just commit to reading or listening to a coach's call from our company once a day or once a week, the call, reading 10 pages, reading 10 minutes. And it's really just confidence booster. It teaches you like how to grow a business in some aspects. And it just teaches you how to like be more relational with people. So before I went into this, I had no background in like wanting to talk to people. I will not get up in front of a room. And I was that person in like 6th grade who would physically get sick before I would give a speech or, read my book report in front of the class. So even these team calls, like they still give me a little pit in my stomach, but I'm passionate about it. I love our team, just our connections and reading personal development has helped me grow that confidence a little bit. So it's just great for like everything, even for people who don't want to actively coach, like read personal development. It's good for you. Okay. So the second thing, be a product of the product. All of you should be, connected in a challenge group, doing a fitness program and drinking Shakeology. Because if you are not a product of our products, it's going to be so hard for you to sell our products because we don't look at ourselves as just a, consultant or a representative or someone selling a product. That's not what we're here for. We're actually here to make a difference in someone's lives. These products are the perfect way to do that though. And you all know that because you've all had your own transformation, your own story, your own connection with a product. So use that, use your connections, use your results. Because otherwise it's just not going to work for you to just sell products and be able to, do anything with that. You might make $30 here, $30 there. And if that's all you want to do, that is totally fine. That might pay your gas for the week. But if you are looking for a little bit more consistent money, like $200-$300 a month, you have to work out, you have to drink your shake, you have to get yourself healthy. Okay, then the third thing is recognition, which is a new one. If you're in a challenge group or if you are a coach with a team, recognition is big in our company. It's big in what we do. People are in this for the support and accountability. They could go to any other company and buy a nutrition shake. They could go to join a gym, but are they getting the support and the accountability that they need, the motivation and the drive, and are they being believed in? So recognition is big. Give your challengers a shout out. Even if you don't have a challenge group, but you just want to shout out like your husband because he chose to eat, the zucchini noodles and shrimp you made tonight for dinner rather than the usual, ham and potatoes, steak and potatoes type thing. Just give him, give him a shout out. You are proud of him and he deserves that. So just little things like that. Team-wise, it's bigger. I shout you guys out for changing lives, hitting Success Club, for, getting recognition from the company, advancing in rank, things like that. And then, why am I drawing a blank? Personal development, be a product of the product, recognition, and the heck, why am I drawing? Who wants to say it?
Invite.
Oh my, I didn't say it because it's the scariest one and you guys probably don't want to hear about it. Inviting. So when people hear us talk about inviting, and that's something you consistently have to do every day to grow your business, they think, what the heck does that mean? Do I have to, cold call people? Heck no. And if you do that, I just can't. Don't cold call people. Don't cold message people and ask them to join your challenge group. Don't ask them, hey, are you interested in buying the 21-day fix? It's on promotion this month. No, you have to just make connections with people, reach out to people, And it's as super simple enough as if you were going to post a comment on someone's post on Facebook, like they just had a baby or they sold their house. If you were going to post a comment to them like, hey, congratulations on your new house and your move. I hope everything went well. Instead of posting that to their picture of their new house or whatever, send it to them in a message and start a dialogue with them. It doesn't have to be any people you like 100% know and you're so close to. Most of the time it's people, the people that will want to make a change and come to you are the people you don't even know. It's super hard to get people on board that you know and that you love the most. So I wouldn't even start there with them. I would start with people that you just frequently, chit chat with on Facebook. It can be as simple as sending a happy birthday message to someone on Facebook. Just those personal messages, that you're thinking of someone, that you are commenting on something, and it just starts a dialogue. And then they will follow you, they will get to know you and what you're doing, and you never know if you have a solution for their problem. So inviting, that's the last one. So those are the 4 things that we do on a daily basis. They don't take any more than, an hour to do, because your workout's 30 to 45 minutes, and we read about 10 minutes a day or listen to a podcast in the car. And the other stuff is super simple. You're already, chatting on Facebook with people and commenting and, talking to people. So recognition and inviting. So don't get bogged down. These are the things that I do to grow the business. I don't do anything extra to grow my business. The extra stuff that I do is because you guys are my team and I want to provide you with knowledge and trainings and the support that you need. Not everybody has that. And so if you don't have that, you have to create it for yourself and for your team. But if you are lucky enough to have a sponsor coach or be on a team that does that stuff, you don't even need to worry about that stuff just yet. It's not for you to worry about. Okay, so that's what I want to say for our new coaches, just our older coaches, as a little refresher. And then just want to talk about a little bit of things that have been coming up lately to me. So if you are experiencing any doubt, any fear, anything that is an excuse that is coming up in your life about this, you need to go back to why you wanted to get into this. And you need to dig deep. So I can tell you that every day, I still sometimes, not every day, but probably a few times a week, I still struggle with is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. instead of sleeping till my son gets right up, whenever that is, to, work on this business and create an income? And sometimes I think, heck no, it's not for me, whatever. But I'm wrong. I have had too many moments like that. And then the next day or, a few minutes later, or even a few days later, this message or this reach out from someone, or just a total shift in my mentality that the reason why I started this is still there and it's still a driving force in me. So you have to have a deep why. And I know everybody's why in the beginning, and it was mine too, is why do you want to get into this? Because you want to help other people. And we all want to help other people. But you have to dig a little bit deeper than that and figure out, why do you want to help other people and grow this as a business? Because if you don't have that driving force, you're just going to want to help people and you're not going to care if you get paid for it. You're going to dabble in it. You're going to, it doesn't matter. So you have to have a deep why. A lot of us, we want to get out of debt. A lot of us, we want to have a second, income to pay for our Costco bills, for our gas, for a vacation. You know, a lot of us are paying down student loans, things like that. So it's nothing astronomical. It's just a way for us to have more money. So we're not living paycheck to paycheck. We are not like hating the situation that we're in. And then if you really think about it, this is like a blessing that you can turn into something bigger. If you have that vision to turn your life into something bigger, you have that goal, you have that desire, you can. You just have to give it the respect that this business deserves. Just like anything else, like you go to work and clock in every day and you give your boss the respect that you're showing up. You have to give this the same thing if you want that. So for me, like I'll just share a little bit more. My why for getting into this, it's like several reasons. It's very deep, which we don't need to get all deep on this. But I don't have any other income right now. We chose for me to stay home with my son when he was born, and for me not to return back to shift work as a nurse and miss out on birthdays and holidays and have to ask for permission to, you know, go to the Halloween parade and things like that. So we gave up a nursing salary figure, a full-time nursing salary figure, you know, pretty good premiums for health insurance because it was through a hospital, and just, you know, paid time off, things like that. And no, I'm not making nearly what I made then yet, but I'm working towards that because that's my vision. I want to get that back. I want to take the burden off my husband, and even a little bit deeper, which I don't share too often, but my husband's mother died when he was 15 of colon cancer. And so he's at high risk. If something were to ever happen to him, he has to go every 2 to 3 years for a colonoscopy. If something were to ever happen to him, Bryce and I wouldn't have anything. So that is my driving force for why I'm going to spend an hour of my day finding solutions to get people healthy, because I know it can work. And I know that out of that, it can bring amazing things for other people. And it will give me the flexibility to be with Bryce, to do whatever I need to do, to be by my husband if he ends up getting sick. You know, it will give me that income, and it will be able to support us that way. So I know that might be kind of morbid. I know people might be like, but that's really like my driving force behind this. I've always taken care of myself. I've never not worked since I was 14, and to not have a steady, you know, full-time income that I can bank on every week, it's super scary. And then to think on top of that something can just happen, like the colon cancer or whatever, or you never know, like in this world that we live in today, what can happen? It might not even be that. Something else could take him from me, and I have nothing for me and Bryce. So that is why for me it is so important to never give up on my goal, never give up on my dream of making this a full-time earning business, which it is now at this point, and just to continue and strive for more. And I want that for other people. So you have to dig deep and find your why. If you don't have to have a why like me. Your why could be you don't want to do, like I said, live paycheck to paycheck, and when it's time to go get your groceries, think, Jesus, like, am I going to go into overdraft? Can I afford my gas this week? Can I not go out to, can I not go out with our friends on Saturday night just to happy hour because I just can't afford the extra $50? Like, if those are the things that you want, those are good whys. Like, people deserve to go out and have fun. People deserve to not have to live to $0 in their account and be afraid. So just dig deep and find your why and keep that as a driving force. And I want you to know that when you sign up with your coach, like, we need that permission from you to be able to remind you of that why. When the going gets tough, when you feel like you're doing the things right and nothing's coming along, because there are days like that when it happens. And we need that permission from you to just remind you, like, you said you want to do this because you want to be able to take care of you and Bryce without having to move into your parents and go back to nursing full time and miss out on holidays with him because you have to work. Like, I have to keep that in mind. Let me turn on a light because now it's getting dark. And I was sitting on my legs, so it's asleep, so I had to hobble over. Okay. So I want to just go into that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Like I said, if it's something that to you is worth fighting for, you're going to set aside whatever is there that is telling you you can't do this. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all do, regardless of if you work full-time outside the house, whether you're like me and you stay home with your son, whether you work for your husband's business at home, whatever, whether you are a caretaker for your elderly grandparents, or, you know, somebody in your family that you need to be there for constantly because they're sick. We all have the same time in the day. The top coaches in this company, which it's not like the top one or two, there are like 2,000 to 3,000 coaches in this company who have made a sustainable full-time income, and they just do the basics, like I just said. They don't do anything more to grow their business. They do more because they now have teams and they need to do more, but in order to grow a sustaining business, they still do those vital behaviors every day. But as you grow the business, you're going to be making more. You're going to have more time to devote because your time is being compensated. So think of it that way too. But anyway, like I said, these top coaches in the company, they don't have 26, 27 hours, 31 hours. Like Melanie Mitro, top coach in the company, doesn't have 50 hours in the day. We all have the same. We all can choose. You know, you're going to have to choose and make hard decisions with this. You have to choose what's worth fighting for. Is getting up at 4 a.m. instead of 5, because that's when you have to get up to go to your full-time job. It's getting up at 4 a.m. worth, you know, maybe in a year, making a full-time income on the side and not having to stress about if your boss just says your position is cut, like anything like that. You just have to go outside your comfort zone. You have to start getting on the national wake-up calls. And don't freak out and think that Jeff Hill is going to unmute you and you're going to have to talk in front of 50,000 coaches. Like, that doesn't happen. You just get on the call and you listen and you get fired up. You have to get out of your comfort zone and try Country Heat. You know, even though it's not your jam, you have to try it because you don't know who might be watching you that they can get down with an exercise program like that, and that program will change their life. Just like size changed people's life. Just like, you know, that 21 Day Fix didn't change their life. Things like that. You never know. So I just urge you guys to really consider if this is something you want to make a consistent growing business, $200 to $300 a week, you know, grow to $1,000, $2,000 a month, and have this on the side or take over whatever you're doing. Like, you can do it. You're just going to have to make a little bit of sacrifice in the beginning. It's kind of just what happens. I can tell you that there have been nights where I don't watch my DVR anymore. I barely watch any shows. I'm like 5 weeks behind on Bachelor. So don't tell me who's in the final 4. Okay, buddy, come here. Like, I don't know. Like, I just can't catch up with it all. And it's okay because you guys and this team and my challengers, you bring me joy. And it makes me feel good when I get these messages from people. I'm going to bring the computer with me because somebody has to use the potty. It's real life, guys. You guys bring me joy, and getting messages from team members saying, or, you know, challengers saying, like, they just put on a shirt that they had in their closet from like 2 years ago that they never thought would fit, and it happens to fit, but they weren't seeing movement on the scale. Can you go, buddy? Okay. That like means the world to me. More than 25% commission on a challenge pack, more than anything. And, you know, if I wake up tomorrow and my paycheck was, you know, lackluster and like $200, I'd still be happy. If it was $30, I'd still be happy because I have all these messages and all these transformations that I can just go to, and it fills me up. You don't need to take that all the way off. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead. Go. Go ahead, go. Sorry, potty training, and it's like we have to go. Okay, so I just want you guys to remember like all of that. And sorry if you can hear the beep. And so dig deep, find your why, and understand I honestly and truly mean that this can be for anybody. You just have to really know why you're in this other than helping people, because we all are here to help people. You wouldn't be on this team if you didn't have like the heart in you that we all have to help someone. You just have to do the basics. I swear that's all I do, the basics. And that's it. There's this thing called the Business Activity Tracker, which I really like try to get you guys to download out of the back office and use. It's super simple. You check off a few things each day. It's the same things. And as long as you do those things, that grows your business. It's not going to be the posting on social media. It's not going to be, you know, what else? It's not going to be the posting on social media. Everybody thinks it's about that. It's not. You're keeping people aware of you and in the loop, but your posts are not going to be the lasting force that you earn this income from. So you do these couple activities, you reach out to people, you drink your shake, you do your workout, you message people, and you do a little bit of personal development every day, and I promise you it grows.
Hey, Mommy, put my shirt off.
Okay, can you get it off the ledge for me?
Where?
Off the little wall.
Where?
Oh my gosh. So that's it. That's my spiel. I just want you guys to know what you have to do. Come here, buddy. I know. I just want you guys to know what it takes and what it doesn't, because I think people sit here sometimes and think that I work this business like 24 hours a day or 30 hours a day, and I do not. There are days where I don't do anything with this business, and there are days where I, you know, just post that I got my workout in, and that's it. And it doesn't matter. If you're just consistent with the little things you have to do every day, that is what I know, we are. That is what's going to make your business grow. So does anyone have any questions about anything at all, even if it doesn't pertain to like what I talked about? Nothing? Anything? No? Okay, we're going to sit on the floor now. All right, well, this coming week is Summit. Summit is the annual coaching event, corporate event. It's like a 3-4 day conference where we do workouts with the celebrity trainers. We meet the trainers, meet people from corporate, and then there's training sessions. So it's like celebration, recognition, and trainings. I did not go last year, and it was my first year in the business, and I had been a coach for about 6 months. I thought about it up until like the very last second, and I was like, you know, it's not for me. Like, I am just an Emerald coach. You know, it's for top coaches. Like, I don't do anything in this business. Totally not true. It's not for those top coaches. It's for the people like us who are coaches, who are emerald coaches, who are diamond coaches. It's not for the superstar diamond coaches. It's not for the top earners. Buddy, back up just a little bit. It's for us because they put in the time to have these trainings with these coaches so they can tell you how to create your business like they have. And I think a lot of people also think that these coaches have been around for like years. But Beachbody has only been around, Team Beachbody has only been around for about 8 years. And so these coaches have only been coaches for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's it. Some of these top coaches, 2 years. And they do the same things that I'm just asking you guys to do. You don't need to be a top coach, and that's not my goal either. But you will see significant, blessings in your life if you just are consistent with it, and that's what you want. So,
Mommy, where's my guitar?
I don't know. That is, I think it's on the other side of the wall. Go in the family room. So that is going on next week. It's from Thursday to Saturday in Nashville. And I'm so excited because, like I said, I did not go last year. I didn't think it was for me. But this year will be my first year, and we have a total of 7 people from our team going, which is amazing because I didn't even go last year. So for everybody that is going, I'm just pumped that they made that like investment in their business to go. We're going to have fun. We're all going to hang out, team building, team bonding. There's I don't know where the guitars are.
New guitar.
Your new guitar is right here. Sorry guys, this is real life. This is why I don't want you guys to think I'm anything special, because I'm not. So, okay, I will in just 1 second. I'm almost done. So my point is that if you think that Summit could not be for you, you're probably not thinking correctly, because that's how I thought last year. Instead of the yearly events, I know he's singing for us, there's quarterly events. They're called Super Saturdays. Those are much smaller, little pocket celebrations. You do a live workout, you hear trainings from coaches in the area, and they're like every 3 or 4 months, quarterly, on a Saturday in your area. So you can go to the Beachbody website and find one that's local to you. For the girls that are local to me, I've gone to one in Philly and then one in DC with a bunch of them. But, they're all over. So just because you're not with the majority of the team in the area of the U.S. doesn't mean you shouldn't go. So if you can look up a local Super Saturday, the next one's August 6th, you should try to go to the one in your area. You don't even have to be a coach that works the business. It's just fun to do a workout with Tony Horton or Autumn and hear from, top coaches, and just be around people that get you and get why you're doing this for yourself. So that's it. I think I've spent my kid. I'm going to stop recording and then just see if there's anything. So thank you everybody for getting on. And if there are any questions, I'll post the link to this in the team page, and you can post them in the thread there or message me.